Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel today. My name is Christian, and today we're here to talk about my favorite band of all time. It's their 10th record. It's called Where the Light Shines Through, and it is by Switchfoot, of course, and I was so excited for this record. Fading West, their last record, wasn't my favorite of theirs, but I definitely still loved it, but I hoped that in this record that they would go back to having some distorted guitars in there and have more of that band feel that I grew up loving with Switchfoot. Whereas Fading West was much more electronic, seemed more like a studio project, was very much a lot of soundscapes, which was quite obvious because it was meant to be a soundtrack to their documentary Fading West, and it definitely felt that way. So I was really excited to hear a new Switchfoot record that was purely for the music, and I just couldn't wait to hear it. And straight off, this is the 10th record from Switchfoot. They've been around for so long now, ever since their first record, The Legend of Chin. They went all the way up to a Gravity and then took a break to really rediscover who they wanted to be. And ever since then, they've just been a better band. Hello Hurricane and Vice Versa are two of the greatest records of all time, in my opinion. If I had to put together a top 20 of all time, both of them would probably be in it. And first off, it's great to hear distorted guitars back in a Switchfoot record. It's been a while since we've done that, ever since Vice Versa, and then we had Fading West, as I said. And in this record, they perfectly meld, in my opinion, their old sound from Hello Hurricane and Vice Versa and No Gravity and Nothing Is Sound, all those records, and mix it with the electronic, soundscapey sounds that they did on Fading West. And I think they do that in a perfect way, for the most part. There are one or two songs on this record which I feel don't really fit with the rest. I reckon if they had made it a 10-track record, then those songs wouldn't have been a factor, and this would be another perfect record from Switchfoot. Holy Water is a great opener. It took me back the first time I heard it because it starts off so electronic and I kind of dreaded what was going to come next, but then the distorted guitars come in, the whole rest of the band come in, and it just becomes another great classic Switchfoot song, and a pretty straight up rock song just with some electronic elements thrown in. And then that goes straight into their single Float, which I think is a really fun song. It's not the deepest song that Switchfoot have ever written, but it's just really fun to listen to, and it's a very different vocal performance from John Foreman. John Foreman on this record is once again incredible. I think he is the greatest lyricist of all time, in my opinion, and as well as that, an absolutely amazing songwriter who has never really done any wrong with his songwriting. And lyrically on this album, he's once again hugely poetic. It is the most preachy Switchfoot record that they've ever done. Switchfoot have been put into the genre of Christian rock for their whole careers, and judging off their past albums, I've never ever felt that their religion is a part of their music, really. It really is. They're just a rock band who happen to be Christians. This record is the first one that you can say, hey, this is a Christian rock record. It's a lot more preachy. There are a lot more straight up songs to God, and that doesn't take away from any of the songwriting or any of the songs in particular. It's just, it is noticeable. And aside from that, it's a great record. As I said, the preachy lyrics don't take away from anything. It is noticeable. The first album that can be categorized as Christian rock. So that's definitely not a negative. Christian people who are watching this review, don't hate me in the comments. Trust me, I may not be a Christian myself, but judging that Switchfoot are my favorite band of all time, that doesn't hinder anything that they do. On a negative note, Bull in a China Shop, I feel, is a weak song. I really dislike it a lot. It's probably my least favorite Switchfoot song of all time. I just think it's very messy, and I think they're trying to do too much, and it's just very disjointed is the word, and I just really didn't enjoy listening to it. It kind of brought the whole album down for me the first time I listened to it. First time I listened to this album, I was really disappointed, and I think Bull in a China Shop just brought the whole album down. When I went and listened back to the rest of the record, I thought it was really, really great. Live It Well is a triumph. It is another classic Switchfoot song, up there with songs like Dare You to Move and Free and Sing It Out and Where I Belong. It is just an incredible song with a great message and a great vocal performance and just the classic Switchfoot sound. The whole band do a great job on the record. Everyone does their job really, really well, and the electronic elements that are thrown in are done with taste, and they're not overthrowing the rest of the record. There's so much band in a room feel on this record that is just great, great, great. Overall, it's another great Switchfoot record. There are a couple of songs that just kind of bring it down a little bit, and it is definitely the least consistent of theirs since Oh Gravity, which I think came out in 2006, maybe 2005. It's their least consistent since then. By no means does that mean it's a bad record. It's definitely one that Switchfoot fans are going to really enjoy. You should definitely go check it out. I'm going to give my top 3 tracks now. They would be, of course, Live It Well, I Won't Let You Go, which has a great vocal performance by John, and Shake This Feeling, which is a great straight-up rock song from Switchfoot. I'm going to give this album a 4 out of 5. Just a really good record from Switchfoot once again, and the fact that they're still pumping out consistent material after 10 albums is just so great, and I can't wait to hear what Switchfoot do in the future. Thanks so much. Oh, wow, that was a horrible way to start off that outro. Here we go again. Thanks so much for watching my video today. Please hit subscribe down below, and I'll see you next time. Fresh Currents.